I could say that I have an excuse, but that would imply that I have regrets, and I have none. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Today, we are in my room in front of my bookshelves because I am too lazy to go get in the rocking chair. I'm not taking all this stuff down. Today, I am back with just kind of all of the books that I have purchased recently. I have really been good this year at not like over purchasing books. Like I get so many arcs now that I try really hard to focus on those before I focus on purchasing new books. But I have been adding things to my cart, into my shelf. I have had the opportunity recently to go to a really cute romance bookstore in Charlotte, so I picked up some things there. And surprisingly, this past Prime Day, even though I'm not a fan of the Zon, they did actually have some pretty decent sales on books that I was already like planning on getting. So if you're interested in living vicariously through me and talking about all of the books that I've purchased, just keep on watching. When you take into account that this is like over the last few months, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. First things first is our book club pick of the month. That reminds me, I need to put up our check-in because I forgot yesterday. Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up by Charish, Reid. This is an age gap, grumpy sunshine romance. We have our main character here, Mickey Chambers, who is an adjunct professor. They're hitting the summer circuit and she realizes that like she is not going to be holding as many classes as she expected to. And she needs some funds. She finds herself at a local saloon that is run by this handsome man right here, Mr. Diego. He is a widower, and he is also, on top of trying to run his bar, he is in the process of returning to school. So imagine when he hires Mickey to be his newest server, and he finds out that Mickey is also the professor that is teaching one of his new English classes. Yeah, this has been really good so far. I am currently, when I'm filming this, at our first check-in point. I'm going to continue reading tonight. I really like Cherish Reid's writing, so I think that after I finish this one, I know that she has another book that's out. I'll probably go and check that one out too. It's not too late to get in on this, so if you are interested in this book and you want to read with us, there's plenty of time for you to catch up, and I always kind of leave in some days before book and breakfast for people to kind of use that opportunity to catch up and finish the book. So if you do want to participate in book club with us, go ahead and check out Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up. I have the reading guide in our community tab on the channel. I picked this one up. I saw that the second book in this duet was out. I have been wanting to pick this duet up from Sarah Kate for a minute, but when I went to go pick the books up, they were out of print because they were being republished through Source Books. And so we have Gravity. This is book one in the Wild Boys duet from Sarah Kate. I love me some Sarah Kate. Sarah Kate is the author of the Salacious Players Club series. That was like the first really popular book talk series that I got into. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And so I am really excited to like read more from Sarah Kate, but step outside of the world of the Salacious Players Club, even though in a couple of months, we are getting the first book in the Legacy series. So I'm really hyped for that one. 3 months on a private island, 2 men, $1 million. All I have to do is tame Nash Wild. 2 years after Zara's sister, Emma, and her boyfriend Preston were killed in a plane crash, the last person Zara expected to show up on her doorstep was Preston's father, Alistair Wild. Yet, there he is, with an offer Zara may not be able to pass up. Be his younger son's girlfriend for 3 months. Live with the two of them in a remote house, and $1 million is hers for the taking. The challenge turns out to be harder than she ever expected. Nash isn't just wild, he's dangerous. And Alistair is far more broken than he lets the world believe. The three of them are bound by grief. Only Zara can feed Nash's hunger and heal Alistair's pain. Lines are crossed, rules are broken. On the island, there's no one to tell them this is wrong. And now she'll have to choose before she tears their family apart. But she belongs to both of them. One of them has her body, the other has her heart. Y'all, Sarah Kate just does taboo right. I feel like if you are leaning into taboo, but you don't want to kind of be smacked in the face, like I feel like smack in the face taboo is like BB Reid. BB Reid does smack in the face taboo. Sarah Kate kind of eases you into it a little bit. It's still like, but she eases you in a little bit. So I am really hyped to get into this one. And I thought the covers were really pretty too. This one has like this really dark blue marbling with the gold. And then the second book, Free Fall, that was just re-released, is like more of like that white marble with the gold. So I'm excited to get into this. I love Sarah Kate. She's an amazing author. So I have no doubt that I'm going to have a good time with this one. This one I picked up. It was on sale for like $10, the special edition. So I went ahead and got it because my friends kept talking about this book. I've seen a lot of like dissenting opinions on it. A lot of people are like obsessed with it. And then there are some people that are like, it is just too much spice for me. Now, I'm a Katie Robert reader. Court of the Vampire Queen is like one of my favorite kind of like trashy books. Like literally they're getting it in on the first page. Like he is on her on the first page. And it sounds like this is kind of going to go down that same avenue. I'm giving into peer pressure and I am going to be reading Kiss of the Basilisk soon. The author is Lindsay Straub. This is also, I believe, a duet. So there is a second book coming out, I think in like October or November or something. So I believe this is a Why Choose, fantasy Why Choose, and it sounds like it is just straight boot knocking. She's thick. Like this is a really big book. This came with these really pretty sprayed edges too. And this was on sale for like $10. So I went ahead and picked it up because I'm like, okay, bet. Tim couldn't imagine a stranger duo, the formidable basilisk and the human prince, both powerful in their own right, but they couldn't be more different from each other. 20-year-old Temperance Varys has never been kissed, but that's what the basilisk is for. Along with 13 other contestants, Tim must train with the basilisk to learn the power of seduction and win the prince's hand in marriage. When Tim is matched with Caspian, the Serpent King, she realizes she might actually stand a chance. But with tensions rising between the basilisks and the humans, Tim is suddenly torn in two directions. As her bond with Caspian deepens, so does her connection with the prince. When she uncovers a terrible secret about the royal family, Tim finds herself caught between two worlds, neither of which she can survive without. This sounds like it's going to be interesting, but I can see how it's straight up like fucking, because it sounds like the sex is the plot, right? Like it's giving very much like seductress, like succubus vibes. Like that is their power. So I am really curious about this one. I feel like I'm either going to love and hate it, but do not get me wrong. I am not one who was necessarily angry about too much spice. I don't like it when spice is misused. But I'm also not going to be mad if they hunch in like every 5 chapters either. Sometimes the spice is the plot, y'all. Just saying. I read a lot of books where like the magic system is in the sex. I think that the Animus Academy from E.P. Bali is a great example of that. They share their magic through the smut. Then this one I had to pick up because I just finished the first book and I didn't have everything in order. I had book 1 in the series. I didn't have book 2, but I had book 3 and book 4, and I want to jump back in soon. This is Homicide and Hollow Hollow by Mia P. Manansala. And this is book 2 in the Tita Rosie Kitchen Mystery series. So I absolutely adored book 1. That was a 5-star read for me back in June. I had an amazing time. I have my mom reading that right now and she is having an amazing time. Like she's locked in. I told her, I was like, once you get into it, you're going to have an amazing time. She and I both love to read like kitchen mysteries. So she's really into the Bake Shop mystery series from Valerie Burns. That's one that we love together. I also put her onto a newer series that's a favorite of mine from Elise Bryant. The first book is It's Elementary. The second is The Game is Afoot, and I will have a review for that book up soon. So this one was right up my alley, and I feel like this series is not quite as predictable as some can be. We have that infusion of culture, shared food, those really difficult kind of contentious family dynamics, dynamics between like lifelong friends. We also have a little bit of a love triangle brewing here. Death at a beauty pageant turns Tita Rosie's kitchen upside down in the latest entry in this witty and humorous cozy mystery series. I can't wait to get into it. I love Leela. I think she is so beautifully complicated, and I think she is also very much like misunderstood in a lot of ways too. If you are looking for a new like cozy mystery to get into and you've been looking at this series, I highly recommend you start. It's so good. This is one of those series that like I feel like this fits really, really well like with the summertime, whereas like the series from Elise Bryant, I feel like I want to be in the fall time, like because it revolves around school and everything, and it just feels like fall vibes to me. This one really does hit in the summertime. So I'm really excited to get into this one. I can't start it yet because I have too many things I'm trying to read, and I just got another arc, y'all. I just got another arc. Excited about it, but like a little stressed. So I'm going to have to hold off, but I'm excited to start this one. Next, I have another one that I got during this most recent Prime Day sale. They had like buy two, get one. And so I picked this one up, Mickey Chambers, and another one that's in here as well. This was what I was surprised was on there for that sale because this author's books don't usually pop up for sales, which is fine. I have no problems paying full price for any of the indie authors that I support. This is Honeysuckles by January Rayne. It's book 1 in the Monster Stalker series. I'm so happy to finally find this book. Some of my friends are probably like going to be side-eyeing me. They're going to be like, Brie, how have you not read this book? I have been like knee deep in the Shallow Cove Dark Dimension series from January Rayne. I'm currently working on Eternally Rare right now. And there's another one that came out not too long ago, Eternally Lost. So I'm still working on that one, and I have been meaning to get into the Monster Stalker series, but just haven't. This one is, if you feel like the Shallow Cove series is too dark for you, this is even darker than that. So if you feel like that one is too dark, don't bother, okay? This has, I mean, the content warnings are deep. This is a stalker series, and it is a monster series. I'm really excited to get into this, and I know the audiobook is either already released or getting ready to come out, and Corvin King is doing the narration for the male main character. I'm a monster DNA experiment, and she's everything my beast wants. I've escaped the hell that tortured me for months. I'm turned into something so dangerous and brutal, I don't recognize myself. And when I feel a pull in my chest, I follow it, not understanding why. I see her, and possession takes over. Her beauty is addiction, and her smell, God, her scent. It drives me insane. A thing like me doesn't stand a chance with a woman like her. I am obsessed. I can't stay away. I stalk her. I kill for her. I take her. I mark my territory. I protect her from everyone and everything, except me. She's mine, whether she likes it or not. And all my beasts agree. So I'm excited to get into this. This is going to be dark. It's crazy. A lot of my friends who have read it and aren't really like deep into like monster were like, that was a little too much for me. So I'm sure that I will be fine with this one, but this is on the darker end of things. And I do believe that this does have some connection to the Shallow Cove series. So if you don't want like that deep, dark stalker, like questioning your morals type stuff, look at the Shallow Cove series, even though it is filthy. I literally just finished a smut scene that was like 30 pages long. January does not play when it comes to smut. So I'm excited to get into this, but I feel like I'm probably going to wait. I feel like I'm probably going to wait until like later on in the year when it gets cooler outside, because that's when I really get deep in my monster. But this is our male main character, Creed. So yeah. And then both of these books were on sale, so I went ahead and took the opportunity to finish this series. I have read book 1 and I did really enjoy it, even though the FMC really irked my nerves. But I adore the author, and they do have another book coming out at the beginning of August. So I went ahead and picked these up. This is the Souls trilogy from Harley LaRue, and I have the second and third books. I already own the first one in the indie edition. So we have Her Soul for Revenge, and I think both of these include bonus chapters. This is monster paranormal, so just be aware of that. If you want something that's more so in the dark contemporary side of things, then go for the Losers duet. I have it lower on my shelf. You probably can't see it. Probably not. But go for the Losers duet. That is one of my favorite series, like one of my favorite dark romances of all time. This one is going to hit that paranormal monster itch. This one follows Juniper and Zane, who we do meet in book 1. So these are all tied together. I highly recommend reading them in order. After years on the run, a woman sacrifices her soul to a demon who has long hungered for all of her in this dark romantic thriller by TikTok sensation Harley LaRue. So Juniper, I believe, was like, yeah, we meet her in book 1, and the cult that is kind of the focus in this series did try to sacrifice her. And she made it out and ends up making a deal with a demon, and that demon is Zane. So I'm excited about this one. I don't know if how long I'm going to wait to start this. I feel like I might kind of start working on this series again when it starts getting a little bit cooler outside. Listen, I know weather has nothing to do with reading, but there are some books that just hit different when it is crisp outside and it gets dark earlier in the day. Those of you who get it, okay? So I am really excited to start this one, but I'll probably hold off just a little bit. And then I have book 3 in the series, Soul of a Witch. I love the covers on this. After millennia, a demon god killer finally claims the witch who has been haunting his dreams, and this dark romantic thriller by TikTok sensation Harley LaRue. This follows Everly and Callum. I am the servant of a merciless god. I am the daughter of its preacher. All my life, my power has been controlled by others. They raised me to be meek and stifled by magic, but no more. A brutal murder led me to discover a mysterious house full of magic, and the ancient powerful demon within. He says my power can change the world, that I can kill the evil creature I once worshipped, but at what cost? For 2,000 years, I've been alone, slaughtering fallen gods as I search for the witch who has haunted my dreams, begging for my help. Now that I've found her, I will protect her with my life. But when the fates of earth, heaven, and hell hang in the balance, not even her soul is safe from destruction. If a choice must be made, I'll let the world burn if it means having her as my own. We also got to meet Everly and Callum in book 1, and I already know I love Callum because Callum was not playing about Everly. Callum was posted up, okay? And I'm here for that. I'm here for the possessive, dark, will let the entire world burn for her type of vibes. I'm here for it. All right, and then a couple months back, I was on my own little staycation. I got to go out and meet some friends, and one thing I really wanted to do was visit a new romance bookshop located in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'll put some clips in here. I did post a vlog on my main channel if you guys want to watch that, but I'll post some clips of the bookstore here. It's called Trope Bookshop in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is beautiful. It has every kind of romance book that you can think of. Super diverse. We have LGBTQ rep, tons of Black authors, a lot of dark romance, like the most dark romance that I have seen in a bookstore to date. I had to pick up a couple of things because I couldn't go and not get some books. The first thing I got though, she had a lot of really cute stickers, bookmarks, things like that. And I got this bookmark from the Cozy Read shop. It says, "But Daddy, I love him." And it fits, right? It fits. I have been seeing this book so much, and the cover always intrigued me. And I have heard some good things about it as well. I picked up Wolf by Paisley Hope. Y'all, this cover, the vibe, the hand placement, the sleeve, the motor. Sorry. This book is just beautiful. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I gotta go home with that. Always ride faster than your angel can fly, Gabriel Wolf. As president of the Hounds of Hell Motorcycle Club, my life has been infused with darkness and trauma since the day I was born. Chaos is my birthright. I crave it to feel stable, secure, whole. The only people I care about are the ones who don my cut. Women are just a tool. Never to covet, only to use. Each face blending into the next. The formula I live by is simple. Death is always at my door. I am a soldier of bedlam. Until a little hummingbird flies into my crosshairs, and I'm forced to feel something I haven't felt for as long as I can remember. Alive. Let the hunt begin. I am so excited. I love a dark motorcycle club situation. You can tell he's a problem. You can tell he's a problem. Yeah, right up my alley. So I am really excited to work on this one. I don't know when I'm going to really have the opportunity to sit down and work on it, but I had to have this one on my shelf. It's a vibe. And then I have never seen this series in the flesh. I am a big fan of Natasha Bishop, been wanting to start this series, and when I saw that she had all of the books at Trope, I went ahead and picked the first one up. This is the first book in the Lost and Found series by Natasha Bishop, Where We Found Our Home. It's so pretty. This one follows Lincoln and Sierra. I had my chance at love and I threw it away. I don't deserve another. I've dedicated my entire life to my community. There's no time for anything else. But then I met her. Sierra Jeffries is everything I told myself I didn't want, but she might be everything I need. If I can just hold on to her. If I don't get out of this town, I'll lose my sanity, my loved ones, and my life. I need a fresh start, and Austin, Texas feels like as good a place as any. I wasn't supposed to build connections, and I definitely wasn't supposed to fall in love. Lincoln Cole has other plans for me. He has me breaking all my rules, and I feel safe in his arms. But safety is a luxury I don't have. I thought I ran far enough, but my past will never let me go, and my recklessness may just get Lincoln burned. I am really excited to start this. Like I said, I love Natasha Bishop. Only for the Week was one of my top summer reads last summer. So yeah, we might go ahead and get into her soon. I definitely want to get the other books in the series. The covers are just so pretty. Anytime we got Black people on the cover, I'm gonna get it, period. And then the last two, these are just kind of continuing on with series that I have already started. I worked on book 1 in this series last year, and I have waited entirely too long to get into book 2. And it is time. So I have Seeing Red. This is book 2 in the Bliss Peak series by Sean. The first book in this series was a Why Choose Goldilocks and the Three Bears retelling. I had a good time with that one. It was so good. This one is also Why Choose, and it is a Red Riding Hood retelling. It literally says on the cover, what if she wants both? And yeah. Seeing Red is a Black MMF contemporary romance. It takes place in Bliss Peak, a fictional mountain town in North Carolina, a few hours away from Kingstown, another fictional town in my universe. It is the second book in the series, but can be read as a complete standalone. All of the romantic relationships are established on page, although the two MMCs are already best friends and living together at the opening of the book. One MMC is openly bisexual while the other identifies as straight. This story is deeply tender and deeply nasty. Please read through all tropes and content warnings before deciding if this is the read for you. So hell yeah. I love this series. The first one was beautiful. So I know that Sean is going to treat me right with this one. I feel like I will probably start this one soon because it just has all of those, like, I don't know, like kickback summer vibes. It feels like a cozy summer read. I don't remember what the hell I was saying because dogs. But I'm excited to get into this. I loved book 1. I have no doubt that book 2 will be just as phenomenal. All right, and then last but not least, this is one more that is completing a duet in a series that I have already started. Well, I don't know. I thought it was going to be a duet, but it sounds like it might be more than that. So yeah, this is A Curse Carved in Bone. It is book 2 of the Saga of the Unfated. And I really enjoyed what I have read of book 1. So I started book 1, ended up having to put it down. I haven't picked it back up. Had nothing to do with the book and everything to do with circumstances. So now that I have this, I am looking forward to starting back up on this one. This is romantasy. It's in that romance fantasy genre. We have older characters. We have an older FMC. I am pretty sure that Danielle Jensen said that the main character in this book is heavily inspired by Freydis. If any of you have watched Vikings Valhalla, the FMC in this book is heavily inspired by Freydis. And it makes so much sense. It really does. I really enjoy book 1. I won't read the synopsis just because I don't want to give away anything that happens in the first book. But this was really, really good. I actually really enjoy Danielle L. Jensen. I feel like I haven't really talked about her books on the channel. I was working on her books like well before I started this channel. But the Bridge Kingdom series, I absolutely adore. And I actually need to finish it because it kind of branched off into other stuff. I think I finished Inadequate Air. So I read the first 3. I need to read The Endless War, as well as The Twisted Throne. So I really enjoyed that series. It's really good. And she has other ones too. I've heard that her Malediction series is also really, really great. But I was excited to pick this up. I have book 1 sitting right there on the shelf. And now I have book 2. So those of you who have read this series, let me know, what do you think? So far, from what I've read, I do really enjoy it. All right, beautiful people, that is it for this video. That is everything that I have bought like in the last like 5-ish months. Not too much. I really have tried to stay off of the interwebs and not buy too much stuff. I have been ignoring every email I get from Book Outlet because y'all know I can go crazy on Book Outlet. So you guys let me know, what books have you been adding? Are you picking up new reads? Are you adding trophies to your shelves? I'm nosy, so let me know in the comments below. Thank y'all so much for pulling up for this video, and I will see you in another one.